Khayelitsha, by the way. I'm a pastor. I've been a pastor since I was 23 years of age. I've lived in the community of Khayelitsha. I'm from the Eastern Cape. I'm from 80 kilometers away from where Mandela comes from. So, and Takantumbek is 30 km from me. So I was born in Butterworth. But what is important, what I've observed is in my prayer alluded that, the work that the police do is the most important work that you cannot do without God being present in your everyday life. Actually, to be a policing will teach you how to pray, because you combat and encounter situations which will lead you to always just put your trust upon God. And I pray that your experience, to those that are veterans, to those that are older, you can always just act as a father to these young recruits which are coming into the force, and you can show that compassion and love to them, and show the importance of why you chose this career, why you are in the ministry of police. Now this scripture says, when the righteous rule, now these are people who are living good for God, standing upright for God, who are saying, in all circumstances, I am not here to serve myself, but I'm here to serve my society. I don't care how I feel, but I will do what is right, because what is right, it is what is accepted by people. And what I do things to live for legacy. I do this thing. I live so that I can leave South Africa a better place than the way I have found it. But as after 30 years, let us agree, all of us, we are at the space where we need to rethink and reimagine things. Where we are at the place where we say, now when the wicked rules, people know. People in the streets of Khayelitsha, in Mitchell's Plain, to where I go and lead so many people, people are scared. I was talking to the general when we were at the town hall, and I said, General, the church, if no one knew what the church is, go and look what happened in the COVID-19. And the COVID-19, it is only the church that was standing. The church was the way they opened their churches to be hope centers. We were feeding the people. My wife would cry, and I would go to people where there's no one to help the people who were sick. We fought with the Department of Health to make sure that people are able to quarantine in the right way. People are not left unattended. We worked hand in hand with police. We were everything. Police and the church were together, standing tall to serve the communities of our nation. So, which means policing and the church is things that you cannot separate. Church, we need police because so that we can have a safe society. As pastors, we also are needed by the police so that we can be the encouragement when the men are down and out. That is why in the army, the Department of Chaplaincy is very important, because at war, all the time you need to be inspired with the word. But one day, if I were to preach or give it an opportunity, you go and read at home the 1 Corinthians chapter 9. There Paul speaks about an athlete. I want to tell you that you are running a race. There is a race that you must run. There are victories to be won. Now, when he speaks about an athlete, he says, an athlete takes time to look and work himself in his art. But he works it for a long time. Like Usain Bolt, only to run only just less than 10 minutes. But the way he trains for more than years just for one Olympics, just as we just finished Olympics. Now this is Paul. He looks in the time of the Roman Empire, and he makes an example of Olympics, of the times of the Roman Empire. He says, like an athlete, this is how I run the race. As I'm about to close, I want to say to you, you men in blue, you brigadier, you general, you in charge, you colonel, you captain, whatever position where you are, I want to tell you are running the race. And when you are running the race, I know there are so many departments within police. There's detective, there's that department. But you must understand, do what you can do right in your own lane. Run in your own lane. Don't